Good morning, friends. I'm trying to get this set up. Y'all can see my face, like I had sunglasses on, and if my eyes are going in the wrong place, I keep looking at the screen, but the camera is on the right side. Now I'm looking at you. Right now I'm not. I'm gonna try to focus on the actual camera. Okay, so today was the first day of school, and this mama, I tried to be ready this year, but it just didn't work out right. Let's see, I didn't know my child's teacher up until yesterday. She called me, but she kind of caught me off guard because she called from a restricted phone number. And normally when I answer those phone calls, it's normally somebody ridiculous. So I answered it kind of on guard, ready for some smart comment or whatever. But it was actually the teacher, so by the time she mentioned her name, I wasn't even thinking. So we found out the teacher yesterday. Last night I was getting ready to pack lunches, and I realized that we didn't have a lunchbox. I said, what happened to the lunchbox? And my daughter says that, oh, you got rid of it. I'm like, why would I get rid of the lunchbox that I'm going to use? She says that you said that you're going to buy another one. Here I am thinking that we had lunchboxes because last year we had like 3. One that we were using, but I saved all the other ones from the previous years. And then this year we're like about to start school today, and I don't have a lunchbox to pack the poor kids' lunch in. So, and that was late last night, like almost 9 o'clock. And I did have some clothes cash that was actually expiring last night, so I thought, well, what if I pop online, see if I could get a lunchbox, pick it up from the store, and then we can rock and roll. So I did that. And I got her lunch to her school, probably around 9:30. Mom is winning, right? I'm not gonna let that mom joke beat me up. I'm seriously not. So I gave myself a high five, pat in the back, and I'm just gonna keep on rocking and rolling. But anyhow, the topic of this message is be who you needed when you were a kid. Something got me thinking this morning. My daughter wanted Constance. Constance wanted her hair to be kind of curly this morning. So we did some kind of twists and had like little knots or whatever. Her hair is a different texture than mine. Right now mine is really wild and needs to be redone, but I'm rolling with it. So she wanted her hair to be curly. When we let it down this morning, it was kind of big, like it was big hair. And I saw in her face that she was kind of thinking that it may have been too big. I rock big hair. I don't even care anymore. At first I was kind of like, it wasn't something that I was used to. And so I started thinking, well, if I was her, what would kids say? How do kids react? We know kids. Kids don't always mean to be mean. Some do, some don't. Some are just very curious. Some don't know how to word their words in a way that actually compliments or encourages or says, oh my gosh, I love your hair. So I started seeing in her face that she was kind of worried that it may have been a little bigger than normal. And so I reminded her that to love it, to love her hair, and that she would face some child in her class or school that would ask her a question like, why is your hair so big today? Or why would you, or even a little boy might ask her, why would you wear your hair like that today? Somebody might say something like, I like your hair better straight, or I like your hair better the other way, or just some stuff like that. And whenever we're not ready for those kind of comments, they come across to us as, sometimes we think that we're just going to go hide. Like we're going to hide our hair, we're going to hide what we're wearing, we're going to hide our personality, we're going to hide who we are. And then we carry that with us for years and years and years. So I did not want that to happen to her. I wanted to remind her of who she was and that it was okay to love what she likes and to rock it. Not everybody's gonna like what we do. Not everybody's gonna like, say your child loves purple and they love unicorns and mermaids. Not everybody likes that stuff. So the word kind of teaches, well, if you don't like it, I don't like this, I gotta voice my opinion to somebody and let them know that I don't like it. When people do that, it makes us feel a certain way, especially children. So if somebody else is voicing their opinion about something that they don't like, we gotta remind them who they are. Like we have to remind our kids who they are. So I made sure that I kind of stopped it. Like I was like, your hair is awesome. If you like it, you rock it. And her face started to lighten up some. And I reminded her that somebody will say something stupid. That's just life. People do that as adults. Kids do that as kids. You know, so I had to remind her, you know, that some comments might come. But what are you going to do about those comments that come? Are you going to let them dictate who you are? Are you going to let them, you know, change your perspective of yourself? Or are you going to know who you are, whose you are, and what God says about you? So I made sure that I told her what God says about her. God said that she was enough. God says that she's beautiful. God says that she's a masterpiece. God says that she's loved. God says that she's accepted. God says that she is beautiful. God says that she is more than she can ever think that she is. And I wrote some other ones down. I'm actually kind of forgetting them now. Let's see. We're free. God says that we're free. We're chosen. We're amazing. We're brave. God says that we're brave. He says that we're strong. We're confident. We're courageous. We're all those things. God says that. So we have a Father in heaven that's telling us all these great things about who we are, what He sees in us. Worldly views don't matter. So we have to be the person that we needed when we were younger. We have to be the voice that stands up and tells another young person the truth, tells them that it's okay. Sorry, it cut out for a second. We have to be the voice that tells children stuff that we didn't know when we were younger, the stuff that we would freak out over, the stuff that we would hide about, not hide about, but hide over, shrink back on. There was all kinds of things that like people used to tell me that I had big legs, and I took that as something was wrong with me. They didn't come across telling me that as a compliment. The words weren't, oh my gosh, your legs are amazing. I wish I had legs like yours. It wasn't that kind of compliment. They were just flat out said, you have big legs. Well, as a child and, you know, trying to be healthy, trying to fit into society because I didn't know any better, I would start to think I was fat. I would start to think I wasn't like everybody else. I would start to think that something was wrong with my legs, that people didn't like them. And my legs, they are big. Even when I was smaller, you know, 150 pounds or so, I still had thick legs. And it took me a while to get to the point where these legs that God gave me are amazing and I'm gonna rock them. But you know, as a child, another child telling you that, you just don't know how to take it if you're not prepared ahead of time to know what to expect and how to respond. So we have to make sure that we're telling our girls, telling our boys, telling our children, and even telling them, you know, to not be on the other side when they do give that compliment. Show them how to give a compliment. If they like something that they see in somebody, tell them how to compliment them. Tell them how to encourage that person to keep on doing their own thing. People and children need to hear the good stuff. They need to hear those compliments. They don't need to hear stuff that makes them feel less than, especially from people that they love. So that was my 2 cents this morning. I just wanted to make sure that I kind of told you guys, you know, because sometimes we don't think about that kind of thing. We don't think about the stuff that our children may face. We don't think about, you know, the stuff that they may hear from another child that may actually hurt their feelings. And we don't tell them things that, you know, we're not telling them always how to respond to those comments. So I told Constance, you know, if somebody came to her and said, why do you have your hair that way? Or I don't like your hair today, or your hair looks better, or something crazy like that. I told her to respond, I understand that you may have a problem with my hair, but I don't. I understand that you may not like my hair, but I love my hair. And I'm going to keep wearing it like this. I'm going to keep rocking it. I love my hair, and that's all that matters. So that's what I told her to respond with, you know, and she, after I told her all those beautiful things of what God says that she is and how he views her and how he loves her, like, she was ready for today. Like, her attitude changed, her demeanor changed, like, everything just brightened up. And she even changed her clothes from, she had on a tank top and some jean shorts. And she put on a dress, she put on her sandals, and she's like, I am going to rock this day. And I was like, girl, you better. You better. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that. Be the person who you needed as a child. I needed somebody that was going to tell me the truth and what to expect from this world. I needed somebody to tell me that it was okay not to fit in. I needed somebody to tell me that you're different and that is okay. I didn't have somebody telling me that. My mom did the best that she could with what she knew and what she knew how to do, but she didn't know to tell me anything different, anything more than, you know, that. And a lot of the stuff I did hide, I didn't always tell her, you know, the stuff about the big legs and stuff like that. So we just gotta make sure that we're telling our kids, telling our little girls that they rock, that they can be anything that they want to be. They can express themselves however they want to express themselves. They can be them. It's okay to be them. They don't have to fit in. They don't have to be or chase normal. What is normal anyways? Like, what is normal? I don't even know what that is anymore. Just be you. And our kids have to know that it's okay to be them, 100%. Okay? So I hope that helps you to possibly have some conversations with your child or your nieces or nephews or grandchildren, whoever it might be, a child that you know. They could still use somebody to tell them that it's okay to be them. They could still use somebody being there for them to help them through some times of childhood, because childhood can be rough. I mean, other kids can be rough and tough and just have your mind wandering, and Satan uses all those words to come at us to kind of keep us small. And many times we hear those words and we shrink back. And we shrink back for years. We didn't know how to rise above that comment that was thrown our way if we didn't know what to expect. And I'm not saying to expect bad things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to be prepared in a way in your mind, in your mindset, to know that people will say dumb stuff. And they do. They say it when we're adults, they say it when we're children, they say it when we're grandparents. They just gotta express their opinion for some darn reason. That's just how it is. But I thank God that I have a filter sometimes, and I don't always say what's on the tip of my tongue, because it wouldn't be nice to people. Sometimes I do, and I have to apologize or I have to ask for forgiveness afterwards, but I like who I am, and I want our kids to love and know who they are. Our children deserve that. They deserve to be able to walk into this world and be able to express themselves, to be able to be confident in themselves, to be able to say, I am me, and I'm okay with that. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm going to finish my venti coffee, because I said I was going to go to Starbucks, get a venti coffee, and I was going to enjoy the crap out of this coffee. I deserved it today. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.